Let me just try and wrap all of this up with one sentence. And that would be that refreshment reflects balance. Refreshment reflects balance. To balance anything in your life, to be refreshed in anything in your life, there are basically two rules of balance, of refreshment. The first rule of balance that you gotta know is that you gotta have a proper reference point to be balanced, to be refreshed in your life. Notice as I'm balancing this bat, I have a proper reference point. I'm looking up at the top of the bat, and as long as I keep my focus right there, I'm just fine. I'm balanced, I feel good. But if I lose a proper reference point today, and I start to look out at you, or I start to look at who's coming up around me, I immediately lose balance. The first rule of balance in our lives is a proper reference point. The second rule of balance in our lives is constant corrections. Notice what my hand's doing as I balance this bat. It's constantly making little corrections. Even if I keep a proper reference point, even if I have that proper reference point in my life, what happens if I keep a proper reference point, but I just decide to stop making little corrections in my life? What happens? I lose balance. Friends, I promise you, if you are sitting here this evening, if you feel like in the last few weeks or the last few years of your life, again, I don't know if you've been in the ministry for 5 months or for 5 years or for 50 years, but if you feel like you are lacking refreshment, my guess is that you have somehow let loose of one or both of those principles. You have somehow adopted an improper reference point in your life, or you have failed to make some of the little constant corrections that God is calling you to make in your life. But I promise you this, and this is good news, that if tonight, again, no matter how old or young you are, no matter where you minister in the country or the world, if you and I will just decide, somebody say amen, to put God back up as the proper reference point for your life. If you will just say, God, I'm gonna follow your promptings and not mine. I'm gonna live for you and not me. If you'll just begin to do that, and if you'll begin to make the little corrections that God is whispering into your ear this week, guess what? You will be shocked and you will be amazed at how quickly balance and refreshment return to your life.